All right.
Did you open the last one? You did open the last one, didn't you?
Yeah, you got it.
All right, you open it. All right, dude. We are in 2025.
In 2025.
We've got a good lineup coming up this year. I'm actually really excited, especially coming out of 2024, which I felt like was a little bit of a weaker year.
Absolutely.
Looking at what we've got on the docket, I'm super pumped.
I didn't realize how pumped I was until I started prepping for this.
Yeah. Top 10 most anticipated movies of the year. We've each got a list.
We do have a list. I'm ordered in order of excitement. Are you in a similar order, or are you by release date, or what?
No, I'm in excitement.
Okay, sweet.
Excitement level.
Yep.
I would say there's probably a couple movies that I'm most curious about.
Okay.
Like I would change it if it was I'm most interested to see.
Yeah.
This is my most excited for.
Okay, sweet. I'm also balancing on this excited/scared ratio.
That's
like
fair.
Excited but nervous enough.
Yes.
Of this, which might explain maybe why some things are a little bit lower.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm thinking of a couple movies that I would expect us to probably have really high.
Yeah.
But I would also be really scared of.
Exactly. I mean, my upfronts are kind of what I think are going to be knock out the parks. Going to be probably just super, not a big risk.
Yes.
Just go. They're probably going to be really good.
Lead us off. Number 10. What's your number
All
10?
Right. Oh, we're going. Okay. Yeah, for sure. So number 10, In the Gray.
In the Gray.
Do you know what that is?
Not really.
Okay. I didn't know what it was until I started looking at the list this year.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a new one for me.
So, In the Gray. Okay, wait. Before I do this.
I don't think
Honorable mention, real quick. Honorable mention.
I do have a couple of those. That's good.
Karate Kid Legends.
Okay. That did not make my honorable mentions.
Yeah. Just because
I'm terrified.
I'm terrified.
I'm so terrified.
And I will go see it. But I don't know what to think about that.
I don't either.
It's something I cannot believe they even did.
I'm so shocked. They're merging
with
universes.
With creating Cobra Kai.
Yes.
This is so weird to me.
Really weird.
Very weird. A very weird decision.
When I saw the trailer, I didn't know what it was going into it.
Yeah.
And then when you see Ralph Macchio, I thought, what are we doing here?
Absolutely. I mean,
and then you see Jackie Chan, and you're like,
you're gonna have to. Ralph Macchio
what?
is gonna have to pretend to know karate around Jackie Chan, like enough to train somebody.
Yes.
That's so. So I don't know, but I have it on there as in like, that comes out this year. Interesting.
Yeah,
I will definitely go see it. Sorry. We can just do my honorable mention, and then do you want to do honorable, or do you want to go to 10? Okay, go for it.
First honorable mention, F1 with Brad Pitt.
Oh.
I'm actually really curious to see. It didn't make my top 10.
Okay.
But I love Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
And it seems like it could be a really good movie,
yeah.
really well done movie. Just like story, characters, compositionally, very dramatic. Could be really good.
Cool.
The other one is the Minecraft movie.
Oh, no.
I think this is going to be an absolute train wreck, but I'm so here for it.
You gave me some judgment about Karate Kid.
Yes.
Karate Kid might be good. You don't even know.
That's true.
Minecraft I would put money down it's going to be bad.
I am hoping that it is the surprise of the year.
Oh, man.
If this makes my top 10 for the year,
that's just so many decisions.
Yes.
You know what? I was watching the trailer for this unfortunate movie that is coming out.
I'm a huge Minecraft fan, so that's
dude.
why.
I am too.
I love the game.
I wish they had done a like a POV of just 3 kids.
Yes.
Going all the way to the end of the Ender Dragon, or just actors. I don't know.
Yeah.
But just playing Minecraft, because you'd ever watch what's his name, the guy who holds the world record for Minecraft.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh no,
I can't remember.
Cut to when I remember his name.
Yes. What is that? What is that? It's not Dream.
It is.
Is it Dream? Yeah, I think it's Dream. Dream or.
Yeah, it is Dream.
I think it's Dream. Yeah.
Yeah. Though he does a series called Manhunt.
Yes, I love it.
It's so, I mean, that should be a movie.
It's so fun.
Those are so good.
They're great.
And very intriguing. And I'm like, they missed not doing something along those lines.
Yes.
It should, like, it's almost like, I don't know. It's just an interesting choice.
It is. The live action, the CGI, the cast.
Yeah.
It feels to me like a Jumanji. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No. Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I think it's a little bit closer to, like, to me, it just gives me Sonic before they changed the CGI
yes,
vibes.
When it was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but you know what?
I'm hoping it's a fun time.
I hope it's the surprise of the year as well. Why not?
Hey, I didn't know what to expect going into the Super Mario Brothers movie, and I loved it. Now, very different.
Very different.
Very different.
Yeah.
Things. But I'm hoping I at least can go, oh, this is really fun and kind of funny.
Yeah.
I'll watch this casually every couple of years. That's all I'm expecting.
Minecraft. Okay.
Those are my
I like Minecraft too, but
not a lot of hope there.
You know what? You can have opinions, and
yes.
so can I.
I appreciate that.
No, it's okay.
Give me your number 10 now.
Okay, number 10, In the Gray. Okay. In the Gray.
In the Gray.
And you're gonna think this is hilarious. In the Gray is about two extraction specialists who create an escape route for a senior female negotiator.
Oh my gosh.
That's all we know about this movie.
That's it.
Yep. Other than it's directed by Guy Ritchie. And it stars Henry Cavill, Jake Gyllenhaal, and Carlos Bardem.
Oh, wow. Jake Gyllenhaal and Henry Cavill. Mm-hmm. That's intriguing.
It was supposed to come out on the 15th of January, and it did not.
Is it being pushed to like middle of the year, end of the year? Do we know?
No idea. It's slated for 2025.
So it could not come out this year.
It could not.
But if it does.
I have a couple on my list that are potential 2025.
Yeah.
That may or may not. Who knows? But they are in my... I will go see them, and I'm excited about them.
I definitely would be
I did not know this existed until I started researching
Jake Gyllenhaal.
what was coming up. It is very interesting.
That's the most intriguing point.
Well, he was in Covenant. I don't know if you saw... am I saying that right? The Guy Ritchie...
I can't remember. He was in a Guy Ritchie movie?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember him being in a Guy Ritchie movie.
Yeah. He... The Covenant.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. The interpreter risks his life to carry an injured sergeant across miles. Yeah.
Did you watch that?
I did.
Did you like it?
It was all right.
I thought it was just okay.
It did. Yeah. I mean, that's... It's a movie. And
yeah,
it exists.
It existed. I watched it. I don't really want to watch it again.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like it's fine. If I did watch it again, I wouldn't be like, this sucks.
Yeah, I mean, it's not worth, It's the most Guy Ritchie movie.
That's a great way to describe it.
And I think, is it a true story?
It is. It is based on a true story.
And so that's, subject matter. It's a pretty intense story. Definitely. I don't know that was really up Guy Ritchie's alley. I'm curious why he was the one to direct it. And if he was like, oh, I really want it, then all power to you.
Yeah.
I think it delivered on what it was, but having Guy Ritchie attached gave it some weird expectations that it did not have. But
In the Gray, I'll have to...
I don't know anything about it.
That's all we know.
That's interesting. I've read you what we know about it, and it was supposed to come out January 15th, and it did not. It got pushed back because it wasn't ready. But as far as cast...
Interesting.
Pretty interesting cast.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill and Guy Ritchie.
Great pairing.
Why not?
Great
Why
pairing.
not?
Yeah.
It's going to be good. So, all right, you're number 10. Go.
Avatar Fire and Ash.
Number 10?
Number 10.
Oh, wow. I'm excited
There's a
to hear
lot.
Did you not like Way of Water?
I really liked Way of Water.
Okay.
No, I really liked Way of Water. I thought it delivered on everything it needed to, having been so long since we saw the first one. But I will say, caveat, I am not the biggest Avatar fan.
Oh, fair.
I thought the first one was good. I thought it was interesting. But I was never calling for the second one. I never felt like we needed it, but I knew James Cameron was going to do it. So the distance between the first one and this one, I didn't really care. But I loved the Way of Water.
Yeah.
I thought that was really good. It was long, but I felt like throughout the whole movie, I was engaged.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to see where this goes. I feel like if he keeps delivering this level of movie, it's going to be a franchise that I really, really do love.
Yeah.
But I've never been one who loved the first one.
Interesting.
I liked
What did you not love about the first one?
I don't know. It just never really connected with me. Really? I mean, it's right up my alley in sci-fi action, but maybe I was just a little late to the game. Okay. I wasn't around the hype.
Okay, so you didn't see it.
I didn't see it when it first came out. I saw it way later.
Yeah, I did as well.
And just saw it like on TV one day. Mm-hmm. And I thought, oh, that was fun. I like that, but I don't love it.
Yeah.
I felt like it was interesting in concept. I feel like the characters were just a little plain.
Fair.
And I feel like The Way of Water elevated the characters.
Yes.
To where I felt like it was a very interesting story. I was invested more than the first one. The first one, I liked it because the action was cool. CGI was interesting. And I love the world. I love when you can build something original and flesh it out, because I love like open world video games. I love very lore heavy
for sure
things. Mm-hmm. So I dug that aspect of it, but the characters to me were just kind of plain.
Yeah, I think that's totally fair. I had seen the movie probably twice, and then I actually sat down and watched the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And so my all-time favorite, one of just my favorite story tropes is like a Tarzan type of story.
Yeah.
Where it's like fish out of water, mm-hmm. and then they rise to this to these pinnacle moments.
Yeah.
And so when that was kind of when I really sat down and watched this, and I was like, when Jake becomes the chief.
Yes.
I loved it. Yeah. But I think more than anything, you're supposed to be in love with the world. Mm-hmm. I think you're supposed to be very invested in the world. I mean, that's what the movie's trying to get you to do.
Yeah.
And it does. And I totally agree that the characters are very tropey. They're very one-dimensional, super basic. Like, this guy is bad. Why? What are his motivations? Because.
He's a bad
guy. And more of the interesting conversation is watching Jake fall in love with this world. And, and I ultimately think, one, it could be wrong, but it's very original in a sense that it's, I think a lot of times we saw movies from aliens coming to Earth at some point, and now we're in this perspective that we're the aliens.
Yeah. I'm excited,
and to see him fall in love with the world, I thought was really cool. So
I'm excited to see where those characters go.
Yeah, I mean, and
coming out of The Way of Water.
To your point, you get so much more emotionally invested in Way of Water in terms of the characters.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
But
at number 10, though, I was kind of surprised that it was at number 10, but
you have a number 10. I have my I won't. We won't.
It's probably on your list. I assumed it to be on your list. Yes.
Yeah.
Give me your number 9.
Number 9? I have F1 at my number 9.
Okay. So that's completely fair. F1 for me, is just under Avatar.
So
I'm curious, but I know what to expect with Avatar, so I'm excited.
Here are the reasons for F1.
Mm-hmm.
Top Gun Maverick director.
That's a really good point.
Joseph Kosinski is doing it.
That's a good point.
And he made me feel like it was in the cockpit of Jet.
Yeah.
And so I believe he can make me feel like I'm in a race car.
Yes, and that's
he also did Tron Legacy, which is there.
Yeah, rough one, but there.
Right. But that being said, I'm really stoked for it.
Yeah, Top Gun Maverick would make me.
Yeah, I get that. That's what got it on the list for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, number 9 for you.
My number 9 is going to be Ballerina.
Okay, yeah.
It's lower on this list probably because I'm a little scared of how this is going to turn out, but I love the John Wick franchise, so I am very curious how this is going to work.
Yeah.
Now, I know this. I think it's setting place between somewhere within the first 3.
Right.
So I know John Wick is around.
Keanu Reeves is in it.
Yes, he's in it. So I'm curious how they're going to kind of connect that.
Yeah.
But I know that they've set up a world to where they can do some of these spin-off style movies. I will say, though, Ana de Armas makes me nervous.
Dude,
I think she's
her and James Bond. You didn't like her in James Bond?
I liked her in James Bond.
It sold me that she could do this.
I liked her in James Bond, but I don't think it was enough for me to go, you can solo an action film.
Interesting. Yeah, that's so true. I think in James Bond, she was a lot more comedic.
A lot more comedic. Her character was a little more subdued. Front-running your own film, action franchise, in a world where Keanu Reeves is doing this in 4 movies, I don't know. It's going to stretch her, I think. And I just don't know if it's going to pay off. Yeah. But I'm excited because I like the John Wick franchise.
I don't have that on my list at all. But I am excited for it. It just it scares me too much.
Yeah.
Because in my brain it can so easily just be meh.
That's what I'm afraid of.
And I think it's more likely to be meh than it to be like really, really good.
Yeah.
But I would love to be proven wrong. So that was your
number 9.
All right, so we're moving to 8.
Give me number 8.
For me, I have Captain America: Brave New World.
Okay.
Coming out.
That's pretty close
February
to where
14th.
It's at on my list.
Okay. Yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm also equally very nervous.
Yeah, me too. This could go really bad. Really quick.
Could just. I mean, anytime I feel like we're taught that Marvel's pushing a movie too much. In general, now any studio's pushing a movie too much, which I don't think they're pushing it too much, but just talking about it. They had to get Harrison Ford on it. Yeah. I'm like, I agree. Harrison Ford is a great choice.
Oh yeah,
for Commander, for President Ross, whatever. Yeah. But I feel like they are leaning on that so much in terms of even at the Comic-Cons.
Yeah.
They're like, we have Harrison Ford, we have Harrison Tom Holland. Look
at images of Red Hulk.
Yeah,
it's so cool.
I know, and it's like, yeah, I'm with you. I think that he is a good choice.
Yeah.
But the fact that I just remember the trailer, Winter Soldier trailer, top Marvel movie for me. Winter Soldier.
Good. It's so good.
Just seeing some of the action.
Yeah.
Had me just so excited.
Yeah.
That has not happened for this.
Really?
Could you really compare the scenes in this to even like what we saw trailer-wise Civil War?
No, definitely. But I will say the reason I got excited for this movie was, and this is important, the first trailer. The first trailer for me made it feel very much like this grounded political thriller like Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
The recent trailers have made me more scared because they're leaning so heavily into Red Hulk. And I think Red Hulk could be the point where this goes off the rails.
Okay. Interesting.
That's been my perspective. That first trailer, I thought, oh shoot, this is the first time I've watched a trailer, probably in the past couple of years, and been like, I'm really here for this.
Really?
And then the later trailers is what got me scared.
That's what, it's not on my list, but Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts isn't on your list?
The first trailer for Thunderbolts had me very intrigued.
Wow.
I wasn't on my radar, let's put it like that. And then I watched the trailer and I was like, oh snap, that looks pretty good. It's not on there.
I would expect Thunderbolts to be over Captain America.
I mean,
it's fair.
I expect it to be better than Captain America. I don't know why I didn't put it on there. It's not, when I look at these things, I just, one, Captain America, we've waited a long time.
Yes.
For this. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
And
I do like Sam as Cap.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Is more of a newer idea. So it's just lower in priority.
Yeah, that's fair.
I want to see Captain America deliver.
Yeah.
Let's put it like this. Captain America has to deliver way more than Thunderbolts does.
True.
So that's why I've got it up there. Thunderbolts, I'm I kind of think has got it in the bag in a sense of like, I think it's a small enough story, an interesting enough villain, a good cast of all the side characters other than Taskmaster, were all good.
Yeah.
And so I think that's got a good shot. But I think the pressure's on Captain America. Captain America way more than it is on Thunderbolts.
My number 8.
Okay.
Predator Badlands.
Oh.
Have you seen Prey?
I've seen Prey.
I loved Prey.
Me too.
I thought it was a huge standout. Came out of nowhere that year on Hulu. I really loved Prey. He's now doing Predator Badlands, and I'm very excited to see what he's going to do with another movie because I thought Prey was really good. So when that came on my radar, I thought, yeah, I'm really pumped to see him do this again.
Where's Badlands taking place?
I think it's because Prey was in like 1400s, 1500s. It was like
Native American,
like French settlers were like selling pelts.
Yep.
I think it's set a couple hundred years after.
Okay.
I don't know in America. I don't know for sure. I think it's in America.
Okay.
I don't quote me on that. Okay. But I know it is a different time period. So I'm excited to see him do something with a different time period with a Predator again.
I don't know why I didn't see this movie. Otherwise I probably would have
might have added on there.
Added it. I think huge missed opportunity is to not do Predator and Vikings.
That is really interesting.
Them
going toe
culture
to toe.
Known to be warriors.
Yes, yeah.
And the Predator. I mean, I just the Northman, but Predator.
Yes.
I mean, come on, like that would be so good. That's why I was hoping you were gonna be like, yeah, I think it's based in Iceland, Badlands. I don't know.
I don't remember exactly where it's set. Here. I know it's a different time period, but I'm just really pumped because I loved Prey so much. I thought it was such a standout.
I am with you though. I mean, Prey was awesome.
Yeah, it felt like because we've had these movies like Predators versus Aliens and some of these just awful Predator remakes. I thought this is original, this is different, but you're building on something that we do already really enjoy. So for him to take a different time period, new characters, just try something really different, I'm here for it. I think that's exciting.
Okay, so Predator Badlands, from what I understand, could be wrong, is taking place on an alien planet.
Oh, okay. So it's completely...
Yeah.
Okay.
They're in production in New Zealand.
So it's not
I keep seeing Alien Planet.
We'll see.
Is not a sequel to Prey.
Yeah, I know it's not a sequel.
It's a standalone story. There's actually nothing about it.
Yeah, I don't think there may not be a lot.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I think he did a good job on the first one. On Prey. On his
Prey is awesome. I think they really took from what I understand, I don't know what the creature's called. Predator. Why not?
Oh, yeah, whatever.
Down to like really basics.
Yeah.
And I've really enjoyed it. No,
I'm
with
the traps and using all the...
I loved it.
Very clever.
Super good. Yeah. I liked her as a character.
She did great. Yeah, I thought that was really interesting to follow her and not just some buff warrior guy.
Right.
Like, made it very interesting. Yeah. So I could see it being another really good...
Yeah, for sure.
Good movie in the franchise.
Sweet.
Number 7.
Tron Ares.
Didn't make my list.
Yeah, when I said Legacy and you were like, I was like,
You probably knew.
I figured. Dude, this has been around for a minute.
Yeah.
And it is finally supposed to come out October 10th.
Yeah. It's going to happen. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen.
You didn't like Tron Legacy? This is supposed to be anticipated. We keep talking about past movies. What did you didn't like Tron Legacy? I liked it better than the first Tron.
Well, yeah, I would say that's probably pretty fair. I don't know. I was just never on the Tron Legacy train. I remember watching it. I've probably watched it twice since it came out, including the first watch. I don't know. It just never clicked for me. I was like, this is fine, just not for me. Damn. I don't know if I could give you a lot of good... It's been a while since I've seen it. I probably have to go back and watch it. I probably will before I watch Ares. I just was never a huge fan of it. I thought, for its time, the CGI just felt off. It just wasn't, it just wasn't for me.
CGI felt off?
Think about Jeff Bridges.
You should go watch this again.
Maybe it's genuinely been a long time since I've seen it.
For releasing in 2010, I think it looks amazing.
Jeff Bridges just always looks so
off. They de-aged him, but get over it. I don't know.
I'll watch it. If it holds up, maybe.
Otherwise, I think it looks amazing.
The rest of the aspects of it, the bikes, the world, the suits, all looks good. I just remember Jeff Bridges really throwing me off. But again, that's for the time frame. Maybe I do need to go back and watch it because it's probably
not defaked, but de-aging technology. They did it in 2010. I'm struggling to think of another movie that might have done it. But yeah, I mean, I'm with you that it definitely looks weird, but otherwise,
I need to revisit
the grander world looks really, really, really good.
The story, the world is just okay to me. It's just not one that I'm super interested in.
I mean, I mean, hey, but the disc battles and the light bikes, so cool.
It is kind of cool.
No, I just remember seeing that as a kid in the movie theater, and me and my brother walked out, and and at that time everything's like, oh, when's the next one come out?
Yeah.
And I remember seeing like, oh, there's plans for a third one, and we're just getting it now. Gosh, 15 years later.
That's crazy.
So, but yeah.
I never saw it in theaters. I saw it on TV. I saw it on like Disney Channel or something.
The original guy from Legacy's attached. So is Jared Leto. Oh no. But hey, you know what? Prove me wrong, please.
Don't say Jared Leto. That will knock it down a couple of rungs
know. For me. I remember him being attached for a while, and then I'm like, when the project kept coming back, I'm like, Jared Leto's
just drop him, please. That's all right.
He's not. We'll see. He can do it. It's just sometimes he's just weird. Have you listened to his band?
Yes.
30 Seconds to Mars.
I do kind of like his band.
I like his band a lot.
That's cool because he's singing and not talking.
All right.
That was your number 7.
That's my number 7.
So my number 7 is Captain America.
Okay.
Brave New World.
Super close. Yeah.
Yeah, really close to yours. Like I said, that first trailer did get me really excited, and I think I'm holding on to that excitement from the first trailer.
I think you are too.
Red Hulk scares the crap out of me.
Yeah.
They're leaning on it, and they've done so many rewrites, done so many reshoots. They've scrapped the script, redone it. There's a lot around this movie that really scares me. But I love the Captain America franchise. I think I liked Falcon and Winter Soldier more than most. Okay. So going into this movie, I'm a little higher than probably some people coming off of that.
Good for you.
You did not share my affinity for Falcon and Winter Soldier. Dude, no. It definitely has some issues.
No.
I will say, I came out of it thinking, I see Sam in the suit, and I like it.
Fair. No, that's a good point.
That's what gets me excited. If I didn't like that show, I would probably not like this. Be as high on this movie.
Yeah, I mean, Evil Captain America. You just hate that guy.
Oh yeah, 100%. They do that well.
U.S. Agent. You just cannot stand him, and I'm
really excited for Thunderbolts.
That's really good. That's awesome.
Aspect, yeah.
My thing that I just hated was I felt like they made Bucky just an absolute B-word.
Yes, he did.
He took such a backseat. Yeah. And I understand Sam's supposed to shine, but it's also called Captain America and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
And the fact that Bucky just felt like, I mean, those new random super soldier people, they kicked his butt. I'm sorry. Wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Bucky's holding his own in Avengers Endgame and Infinity War.
No. False.
Yes. Yeah.
Not correct.
It has problems.
Don't
get me wrong.
Bucky should have showed up and just kicked some butt.
Yeah,
dude.
he should have. I'm with you on that.
And I understand. I know we differ on this. I like Sam being Captain America.
Yeah.
I think the way they had set things up, I think Bucky needed the shield just as a character. But we're talking about anticipated. We can talk about that.
We can talk about that. Yes, yeah. I coming out of that though, liking Sam in the suit, I go, he can carry a film. I think he can, and I think it can do really well if the writing's done well.
Yeah.
Giancarlo Esposito also really excites me. I think he could be really interesting.
Do you know who?
I don't know specifically. I've heard the comic book name thrown around. He is a comic book character.
Yeah.
But he just seems like a very grounded. I love a grounded story. That's why I love Winter Soldier so much.
Yeah.
And
with Red Hulk. Yeah.
But Red Hulk is what scares me.
It's not. I can't see it as grounded just because we're flying around the Titan thing.
Yeah, I don't think so.
From Eternals. I don't see grounded. Here's from the way the trailer looks. I've done no research, but it's almost like I'm with you. It's like it's like underground spy thriller, kind of like what we did with Winter Soldier, and then it looks like they at the last minute decided to do Red Hulk.
Yeah.
Just from the way the sets look, the way the CGI looks, it just kind of gives me that feeling.
Yeah.
But I'm open to be proven wrong.
I'm hoping I'm proven wrong.
I hope it's really good. Yeah, I would like it to be good. I don't have a lot of faith though. But yeah.
Number 6. Start us off.
Fantastic Four.
Okay.
Number 6. Fantastic Four. There's not much to say. A lot from what I understand in the future rides on this movie.
Oh, I think so too. This is probably the most important MCU movie this year.
Yeah. I think we're supposed to get Doctor Doom in some sort of capacity. I think they're doing Galactus.
I think it's Galactus, yeah.
And so
Doctor Doom is interesting though with the announcement of Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Not that it can't happen. I think that's cool. But this movie, from what I understand, is supposed to set up a lot of what we're gonna be doing. I think the cast is really good. Was not the biggest fan of Pedro Pascal being Reed Richards, just because that was on no one's radar.
That's true.
And well, I say that we all wanted John Krasinski.
Yes.
And I feel it's super cheated. On that, and that. Not that I agree. I think Pedro Pascal can do it, but that decision made me like Multiverse of Madness so much less, that it wasn't like a confirmed thing. That
let's
not
go down that road. Yeah, because we differ strongly on Multiverse of Madness.
We do. We disagree.
So. I really liked the movie.
You did? Mm-hmm. Okay, whatever.
I feel the pain though.
I think I did know that. Just because it just felt so tropey, it's like we did it, but not really. And
I think expectations were too high.
We have only received that in the MCU so far.
Yeah.
Since the last few movies.
Yeah.
We did it kind of, but not really.
We can go down that rabbit hole another day because I have a lot to say about that movie.
You just can't. You can't convince me Doctor Strange wouldn't enlist the help of other Avengers if Wanda turned bad.
Maybe.
No way. All right, you're number whatever we're on.
Number 6.
Yep.
Warfare. Alex Garland. Follow-up to Civil War.
No, I've heard nothing about. I don't even know.
You haven't heard of Warfare?
No.
Dude, Warfare. So Alex Garland, who did Civil War, is coming out with a film this year.
Okay.
It's a war film following a group of soldiers in I believe it's the Iraqi War.
Okay.
The writer is a Iraqi war vet. So he has on-the-ground experience, real-world experience, and is writing a film following a group of soldiers.
Okay.
You got to check out the trailer.
The trailer's out. Okay.
Really, really good.
I can't believe
really, really good. It looks... Because I like Civil War, that's what gets me really excited for this. Sweet. And having the attachment of someone who does have some experience, I think really brings some groundedness to it. And Warfare. Yeah, Alex Garland. It's supposedly coming out this year. Trailer looks intense. Yeah. It looks brutal. It looks like it's going to be a really, really good war film. I'm a sucker for a good war film. I like some of the bad ones too. And I think if Civil War did things right and we follow it up with some of those things, it's going to be a really good one.
Sweet. Warfare. I have to look at the trailer.
Yeah, you got to watch the trailer.
It's not on my radar.
You've probably seen something about it.
Maybe. Possibly.
But that's a really... It's up there on my list.
Sweet.
Number 6.
Sounds good.
All right, number 5.
All right. This is where we're going to divert, I feel like. Maybe. I could be wrong.
We'll see.
Superman.
That low.
Wow. I'm so scared. I am so pumped.
I'm really pumped.
So terrified. Dude, I'm just scared, man. I want to believe.
What 4 movies could probably be over Superman? That's crazy.
Some that I think are just going to be knockdown winners.
Okay. That's fair.
Looking at this, I'd have to really, we would probably really argue that I would list one of these over Superman.
Yeah.
But I think the rest are pretty fair choices. Yeah. Just because there's a lot of unknown right now. I mean, I want to believe so much that trailer is very limited in what we're seeing.
Yeah.
I've also heard that wasn't the case, and that was supposed to be like if they, I don't know. I've heard that was like, no, that was the trailer meant to like get you so pumped, and I'm like, okay.
I don't think it was.
I've heard both.
Yeah.
I don't agree with people who are saying that it should have just been this knockout. Like, I think they should have definitely. I liked this teasing idea.
Yeah.
For this, but I'm not sure if that's what this is.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I like every other decision about it. Yes. I like the casting. Crypto not being Crypto. Yes. That it doesn't bother me at all. Guy Gardner doesn't bother me at all. That's stupid not weird. But that's what it looks like in the comics, so it doesn't matter. Like
it's true. It's true.
It doesn't. People are so upset about that. It does not matter.
It's not going to matter in the movie.
It's not. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm curious where this falls in terms of the existence of the Justice League. Yeah. I think we've discussed that. We think it's most likely Justice League's already a thing.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, there's too many. Just from the trailer, there's too many established characters.
Yeah.
Like comic book wise, like heroes. This is not just like the origin of all of these characters. Like they're already here and on Earth. So I would assume that there's got to be some Justice League floating around somewhere.
I think there'll be a lot of cool stuff in here. I think we'll get. I'm holding hope we're gonna get like potential casting reveals for Batman.
There's a lot to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Please don't be Robert Pattinson.
Please no. Not that we don't like that movie.
Oh,
movie's great. It just doesn't need to. They don't need to touch it. Don't touch it. Yeah. Just let it be its own thing.
So have you seen though? Apparently, there's a Batman in Creature Commandos.
Yeah.
Now it's like just a glimpse, and there's no way to tell who it is. But that does establish that Batman is in this world. I mean, we've kind of known that. But he's in this world.
We know
he's been around.
James Gunn has said that the actors are going to voice the characters in both the live action and animated. I don't believe he had lines. So
he didn't.
They still probably haven't casted him. That's he's there. That might be a realistic look of what he looks like in a sense. But I think Superman, if we're correct in assuming that Justice League's already a thing, I would be surprised if we don't get a little bit of Batman, Wonder Woman tease.
Yes, something like that.
So, but that I have it low just because it's not. I mean, it's 5.
Yes,
or it's 6. No,
5.
It is 5.
5.
Yeah, 5. I think I want it to be so good, and I want it to do everything. I'm a Man of Steel fanboy, but I'm not willing to just discount it.
Yeah,
I'm down for the take. I like the music choice, the aesthetic film wise, the color grading. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've seen people get into the nitty gritty about that. I don't. I think
that that's just too much. Like you're
that's
starting
also
to really
so subject to change.
Yeah,
like that 100%. Can change so much. Like if you look at the color grading between Marvel movies based on the release versus the first trailer, they're very different.
CGI looks better typically. They're touching it up.
So judging it based on that's not fair. I will say, depending on what the tension, if this trailer was designed to just give us a glimpsing taste of this movie, then it did such a good job.
Yeah.
And I'm there for it, and I like it. There's nothing going in to be polarizing. Yeah. I just am afraid. I'm afraid because this is a big IP.
It's fair.
It needs to be good.
I will say, I think this is the biggest movie of the year as far as the most is riding on it.
Absolutely. And just the future of the DC, is it DCU now?
Oh yeah. I think it is DCU.
Yeah. I mean, but you know what? If I go back a year or two, James Gunn said The Flash was going to be the best superhero movie he'd ever seen. So that that is terrifying. But you know what? You're in charge of it all. You got to hype it up.
This one, though.
Yeah, that's true.
He does have to hype it up.
Yeah. So
that's your number 5. Wow.
I'm just it's dude. I mean, these all could be never other than my number 1.
These would shift.
5 through 3 or 2 could really all be in any order. Yeah. Doesn't really matter. It's just I have it there just because it's still teeter-tottering on whether it's going to be good.
That's fair.
I don't think Superman will be unanimously liked, though. I don't see that happening.
That's interesting. I don't know.
Just because of the controversy of the trailer already. I don't see it being universally loved.
This movie really needs to have everybody.
I agree. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think if it's good, we will really enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I just don't. I think
don't know if
there's
too
much apprehension here.
Yeah.
It's not going to be Iron Man.
Yeah.
So
we'll see.
There's already been polarizing decisions. Me personally, yeah. I don't think that no one could probably name one polarizing decision in Iron Man.
True.
So that's what I'm saying is like there's already some choices that people don't like
already, yeah,
and they're gonna so I don't think this is gonna be universally liked.
I just think it's not fair that they do that, but I'm with you.
Yeah, I don't like crypto being. I think what is it? Crypto's not a lab.
Yeah,
or like whatever.
Like that.
Like,
yeah, it's like
dude, come on, whatever.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Or golden retriever. I don't know.
Yeah.
But no, I that's why I have it there. But
yeah, that's fair.
I just don't think it's a knockout punch.
Yeah.
That's purely. Yet. Yes. I want it to be, but I don't think it is.
Yeah.
As of right now.
All right. My number 5.
Go for it.
Thunderbolts.
Nice.
I am really pumped for Thunderbolts. I think it's different enough. I think it has the cast and the chance to be the standout of the year. I really hope Fantastic Four is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But I really like Florence Pugh's character throughout what we have seen her in. I think all of these characters except Taskmaster. Taskmaster is just awful. Yeah. I hope that she doesn't have any lines, but that's okay. I think the rest of the cast, though, is really interesting. I think the dynamics, adding Bucky in there, all of this could be really fun, really interesting. I think this movie has more of a chance to be grounded than Captain America now, which kind of bums me out. But it feels way more grounded, and I'm really here for that.
Yeah.
And so, trailers look good. I think from what we know of these characters, it looks good. I think the dynamic between them could be really interesting. I'm just really excited for it.
Yeah.
I really am hoping that this is kind of the standout MCU of the year. It might be one of the most isolated ones. I don't know how much it's going to play into the overall universe because these characters are so kind of like second-rate characters in these movies, but I'm really excited for that. I think Thunderbolts is going to be good. We'll see.
I hope so. I've shared your excitement there.
It's just not on your list.
It's just not there in terms of, I don't know. What does anticipated really mean?
I know. We could go down that.
Yeah, like, is it like what we're, like, I mean, we've been anticipating Captain America Brave New World, or is it like, what are we excited about?
Yes. Yeah.
In terms of Thunderbolts, when I was playing that excited to anticipated ratio, it just doesn't, like, it doesn't have to deliver.
Yes.
So
I get that.
It just, not like my next 4 have to deliver.
Yeah.
How to Train Your Dragon.
Number 4.
I would
not make my list.
I would put this
which
up
is crazy.
There with being scared as well. I don't know how you could mess it up. But
no, because it's going to be a shot-by-shot remake.
Well,
probably.
I've heard that's not also the case.
The only reason people say it is because of the trailer is like a shot-by-shot remake of the original animated trailer.
Which is fine.
Oh, it's fine.
Like, why not? I think it looks good. I don't know. I think they could sell the action. Now, the action sells great in the animated. I'm not a fan of necessarily this being remade.
Yeah. I'm not either.
But it intrigues me. Now, this could all be just him the writer trying to, get some hype going.
Yeah.
But he said he felt like this needed to be made. So I give it the benefit of the doubt if a writer feels like there's more to do. Maybe you get away with some more. I don't know if this is rated PG-13. More interested.
Definitely. Because your action could get a little more.
Yeah.
I don't want to say like violent, but like a little more intense. There can be some themes that are a little bit deeper, a little more dramatic. Yeah.
So I have it there. I prematurely said like these are knockout punches. This is not a knockout punch.
Yes. Yeah.
I think that this is going in. I would be very skeptical.
Yeah.
But that is what I have for number 4. June 13th release date. It's coming up. I'm excited. Listening to the music play in IMAX is one of the things I'm most excited about.
It does make when I watch the trailer, I do get that feeling because I love these animated movies. Yeah, I love them.
It is probably my top animated franchise for sure.
The thing that scares me, I think, the most is because we have been getting so many of these live action remakes, Lion King, and they're all just turning out to where I go, I'd rather just watch the animated one.
Right.
But I'm nervous that this one is going to fall into that.
And I'm with you. Here's why it's different. I can't think of one where the original team's attached.
True.
Originally, if you want to do Avatar from the live action remake, the show, the original creators were attached and they weren't.
Yeah.
This, all the original teams attached.
Yeah.
So it gives me a lot of
capture that.
Yeah,
same...
it's gonna. I bet it feels whimsical and magical. Where I get weird is like, why does it need to be remade? Why can't we tell another story in live action in the same universe or continue Hiccup story some way? Yeah. Who knows? But I have a number 4. I'm excited to see it. I'm scared, but I'm more excited to listen to the main theme play in IMAX. So
I definitely am anticipating it. I'm interested. I would maybe go to say as I'm excited, but I'm too scared to put it on my top 10.
There you go. That's fair.
I think because I love it so much, those originals, I'm scared that if I hype it up too much, it's going to be really disappointing.
Yeah.
That's just like expectations.
I don't expect it to be as good as the first one, personally, but I would be happy to be surprised. So.
Should we, though? With these that's the tough point is, like, why should I say, I don't think it's going to be as good when, like, these movies should add something to it or be better?
Here's the expectation I'm putting on this. I need this to be the proof of concept that live action
can work,
and a live action adaptation can work. Because we weirdly always want, as a community or a people, whatever, an audience, always want live action adaptations for some reason, and I don't understand. Into the Spider-Verse. All anyone really wants to talk about is, when is Miles?
Who's going to be Miles Morales?
Be in live action? Yeah. I'm like, who cares?
Just love it.
Just like it. Enjoy it. It's created a specific way for you to consume it in a specific way and through a different medium.
Yeah.
And what makes those movies special is the fact that it's animated.
Yes. Yeah.
And so it's going to lose it.
It's creative.
So I wouldn't say the fact that the How to Train Your Dragon is special is because it's animated, but I want it to be a proof of concept that
it can work.
That it can work and deliver, because I don't think it's happened yet.
Yes.
So
interesting.
Yep.
I'm surprised that it made your top 10, but
number 4.
I can definitely understand. Number 4, yeah. Number 4 for me, Fantastic Four.
Okay.
There's the most writing on it, but I'm probably the most excited because I think if this is done right, it could be a real knockout for the MCU.
For sure. This is what the movie that should save the MCU.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and they've also kind of pitched it that way of the Fantastic Four family entering the MCU is this point of, from here on, kind of like to your point of, this is going to mean a lot for the MCU future.
Right.
So this, I do feel like, is what the MCU is riding on, of if they can get this right and build some hype, I think going forward, we are excited for some new characters. We're excited for some new story elements. If this flops, leading into what they have on the docket, I don't know where we go from there.
Yeah, fair.
But I do like Pedro Pascal. The first choice of casting, I was like, I don't know. I've seen him in enough now that I think I really like him. I think Vanessa Kirby's really good. Joseph Quinn is interesting as the
Human Torch
character, yeah. But he's good. I liked him in A Quiet Place day one. I think I can't remember the actor's name who plays The Thing, but he's great in The Bear.
Yep.
So I love him in The Bear, and he's great in Andor.
Yes.
He's in Andor, which I really liked him in too. So
he's also in Punisher season 1.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if I remembered that.
Yeah.
Love that season. Yeah, I don't know if I remember that. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
But he's a really good actor. And I don't know how that translates to The Thing. I don't know how his voice translates. I don't know how they're going to do that. But He's a good actor. So I'm curious to see what they're going to do with it.
I think it's good. I think it's a good choice.
Doctor Doom, I don't know what they're going to do with that. I think if they lean more into Galactus, I think it could be interesting.
I hope it's just a end credit scene.
Yeah, I think it will be. I don't think they're going to do a whole lot with Victor, but sure. I'm really excited for it. And I think from what I've seen so far, it is technically a period piece. Like, it's not set in modern day.
That is true. I haven't thought about that.
That's the thing that interests me most about moving forward is how they bring that into modern day, because it's set in like.
So they're probably multiverse concept.
It has to be
thing, yeah.
So it has to be that.
Unless their Doctor Doom is Downey, and they come somehow.
Could be in a different multiverse. Right. Bring them in for the overall Avengers. Yeah. Could be. I don't know, but I'm excited for it. I think it could be really good. I think they're taking a lot of care with this one specifically.
Sure. I agree.
It seems like so
like special care.
And I haven't heard a lot of like, we're rewriting all of this. We're doing all this crazy stuff. Yeah. So I'm probably the most optimistic about this one.
Okay.
And then number 4. Yeah.
Yeah, sweet.
Number 3.
I have Avatar, Fire and Ash.
That high? I guess that makes sense.
I think it's gonna be good. Like, it's been the guy's been working on it for so long.
True.
They're already filmed pretty much.
Yeah. They're doing something fresh with it.
If these can just be, I mean, it's just, why would you think? I guess
don't bet against James Cameron.
It would be bad.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't have a reason to think worry. I think everyone was worried with Way of Water because it was so far apart.
Yeah.
But knowing that Way of Water, I think the 5th and 6th movie as well have all been filmed pretty much and are almost done. Yeah. I don't know why you would be nervous.
Yes.
I mean, not that
I'm not nervous.
Not that it can't be bad. I just, as in terms of, hey, this movie's probably gonna be really good and fun. Yeah. But I won't talk too much about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my number 3.
Number 3 for me, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 2.
Okay, sweet.
I loved the first one.
Curious what your top 2 are now.
I loved the first.
Yeah.
Part 1. I love this franchise. I think in my head, it's probably the greatest action franchise ever.
Yes.
And it's just been banger after banger after like 3. And Tom Cruise, gosh, he can do no wrong for me. I think he's just insane in this niche genre for him of just action thrillers. I think he just kills it. I mean, he does great in other movies as well, don't get me wrong. But I thought 1 was great. If this is the final film, I think they're going to go out with a bang, and I think it's going to be incredible. Yeah. I think it's going to be better than the first one. I think the stakes are going to be higher. I think it's going to deliver on the action. I think it's going to be... Now, Tom Cruise says he wants to keep making these movies. I kind of hope this is the final one. I kind of hope we just send it off with a bang. But I cannot wait for this.
Yeah.
Seeing it, the Part 1 in theaters was such a thrilling ride.
Yeah.
I'm so pumped for the theater experience alone for Part 2. Or is it Part 2? I guess it's the final reckoning technically, but it's Part 2.
Yeah.
I'm very pumped for that. That has to be on your list.
It's not. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, that'd be crazy.
It's actually my number 2.
Interesting.
It's my number 2, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I can't really say anything else that you haven't said, and I won't waste our time talking about it more. Other than just they top and they just keep pushing the envelope and it just keeps working. So
I mean, when I saw Fallout, I remembered like texting some of my friends being like, gosh, this is probably like one of the greatest action movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, these deserve to be talked about up there with James Bond.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, these are great.
Oh, yeah. I like up there with the Bourne movies, all these really great action franchises, definitely.
Sure. So I think they're awesome. Number 2. I think going forward, people are going to be talking about... I'm surprised we don't talk about Ethan Hunt like we talk about Jason Bourne or James Bond.
That's really true.
In reality.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, those guys are cool. Whatever. Ethan Hunt never got amnesia.
He was just kicking butt the whole way through.
Yeah, Ethan Hunt doesn't think twice. Like, no, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like Jason Bourne. Gosh, I'm just kidding. Jason Bourne's pretty good.
Jason Bourne's, pretty cool. Great.
But no, I am really pumped for Final Reckoning. I'm with you that I do not... If Tom Cruise is not going to do another one of these, just let it die. Don't do another one.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. I remember someone told me they think, what's her name? The new from, Peggy Carter.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Was trying, they were like, I think she's
build something off of her.
Gonna be, and I'm like, absolutely not.
Hayley Atwell?
Don't,
right?
Yeah. Don't do it. Absolutely.
No, there's no reason to. No.
If you wanted to, if they were gonna do something like that, they would have done it with Jeremy Renner. I think
they probably thought that.
Yeah.
But when Tom Cruise was like, I'm not aging, I still look incredible, and I could still run in these movies, that they were like, well, I guess we'll just keep going with this.
Yeah. So
as long as he's good.
I'm with you that if this is truly the last installment, then great. So
number 2 for me, Superman.
Okay. That makes sense.
Superman, I think, because it's so important for the DCU, and I love the DCU so much, I think there's a lot riding on this. The trailer did get me really excited to think, okay, I trust James Gunn. I trust what he's doing. It looks good. They're establishing things. This is not just a retelling of his origin story. This is going to be fresh but familiar. Jury is out on the guy playing Superman. I can't remember his name.
David Cornsweet.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he looks the part.
Oh, yeah.
But I just haven't seen any of his other work. So have
you seen Twisters?
No, I haven't seen Twisters.
Okay. I won't say like that's a good point too for him as an actor.
Yes.
But he is so big, dude. He is so tall compared to Glenn Powell.
Really?
So tall.
That's
so
awesome.
I remember watching that and be like, I didn't know David Cornsweet was in it. He's gigantic.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's tall. He's taller than Cavill. He's as tall as
like 6'2", 6'3".
He's 6'1".
Maybe not that tall.
David Cornsweet is as tall as Christopher Reeve, though.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see how he is. I think he looks the part. It feels. I got all the feels from the trailer.
For sure. I mean,
some of the slow mo, the music. It just got me to a point where I'm like, yep, I'm here. I'm excited for this.
With you.
I think this is going to be really good.
I'm really pumped. Since this is number 2, I can gush a little bit more than putting it at number 5.
Yes, yeah.
I'm really excited for Clark Kent.
Yes.
More so, like, we just haven't seen other than Christopher Reeve.
Yeah.
We haven't really seen a solid Clark Kent. Not that like Cavill's Clark is bad, but it's definitely on the back burner
100%
of things. And
he's in the suit for 75% of the movie.
Yeah, and which is great.
Oh yeah.
But
don't get me wrong.
His Clark just looks like a different person. Yeah. And I could see how two people would not be able to distinguish them.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm pumped for that.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I think if it is really good, I'm hoping it ushers in the golden age of DC because I love the DC properties so much.
Yeah.
Number 1.
Mickey 17.
Mickey 17.
Yeah, Mickey 17. March 7th, man. I think that is a knockout. I think that's just going to be good. I think the director, Robert Pattinson, I mean, you just can't. You could probably do no wrong.
I don't think so either.
I think it's going to be good. I don't have a reason to doubt it. So
no, and to be honest, the last trailer that they dropped, I was originally really excited because I really like Robert Pattinson. I love the director. Bong Joon-ho can really do no wrong for me. But the trailer that they just dropped recently got me more excited because it almost feels more sci-fi, kind of epic than I thought. Sure. The first trailer felt very story-driven around this character, but it feels a little more sci-fi. And I was like, oh, this is going to be a little grander even than I think I expected. And the story feels original. It just feels very unique.
Mm-hmm.
And Robert Pattinson seems to be doing something very interesting with it too, especially coming off the contrast of Batman and from some of his other stuff. I feel like he's doing something very different with his character, with the voice and how he carries himself. I think this is going to be one of the best movies of the year.
Absolutely.
And I cannot wait for it.
Easy. Yeah. Easy.
Yeah, that's an easy number 1 for me.
It's an easy. I think you're, the people will be like, oh, Oscars and whatnot from it. So, I mean, if Parasite was any indication, but I think it's going to be good. So,
here's what I will say to that note, though. I don't know if it's going to be in the Oscar conversation.
Interesting.
Because it's a little more actiony, a little more epic, a little more...
I don't know that I see that, though.
You don't think from the last trailer it feels a little bit more that way? I haven't seen
it. I don't know. I think it feels very...
Still very story-driven, still kind of grounded.
Still character-driven, yeah.
I do feel that there's just certain scenes from some of the trailers that I've watched that I feel like maybe this is leaning a little more action-y, leaning a little bit more kind of overarching story. It feels like there's some kind of rebellion going on. I don't know for sure.
I haven't seen those trailers, so I have no idea. All I've seen is like, oh, Robert Pattinson's going to get a lot of acting shots here.
Yes, doing different things.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think he's a good enough actor to do it. Maybe I'm being a little presumptuous saying Oscar conversation, but I think it's going to be good.
I mean, if something like a Dune can make it into the conversation, I could definitely see something like this. Yeah. But just with like what I've seen recently, I'm almost afraid that the Academy would go, this is a little too sci-fi epic. Maybe it doesn't do what some of the other Oscar films would do. I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, what other movies on our list could be in that conversation?
Yeah, true. But there's probably going to be 5, 6, 10 more movies that come out that we just have no clue, like every year, that are going to be the Oscar.
Fair.
I didn't know about The Brutalist for this year. Yeah. Haven't seen that movie. I didn't know about some of these other ones. So I think we'll see some sleepers that pop up. But
cool.
It could be. I think it's a stacked year, though.
For sure. I mean, if we can deliver on all these titles, including The Grey, because we're in The Grey, we're all super excited about that.
Yeah, we're all really excited.
And Minecraft. You have Minecraft, dude. That is not cool. But yeah, no, it's gonna be a good year. We're excited to definitely get down and sit down and talk about all of these on both lists. Other than, how much did we differ? What I mean, you didn't have Tron.
I didn't have Tron. You didn't have Predator.
Ballerina, no.
You didn't have Warfare.
No.
I think that's really it.
Yeah. And then you didn't do How to Train Your Dragon, Tron, or F1, or In the Grey. So otherwise, we've got a pretty good condensed list.
I'm excited to talk about them.
Yeah.
And see where they fall at the end of the year, too.
For sure.
I doubt it's going to be like this at all. I know I can expect a couple of these to probably be some stinkers, but we'll see. I hope not.
Like Tron. Just kidding.
Tron's going to suck.
No, it's not. It's going to be good.
I think you're hyping it up too much.
We'll see. Soundtrack in Tron is awesome.
Soundtrack's not going to carry that movie, man.
Jeff Bridges carry it. I don't care.
1 word. 2 words. Jared Leto.